All right, you guys, good morning from the Petersons.
Good afternoon, really.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's like...
We woke up kind of late.
It's almost noon.
Yeah.
We didn't wake up that late. We woke up at like 8:30. We've been doing a lot today. We've been pretty productive. Yeah. But you guys, today is such an exciting day. We have a big appointment today for the baby where we're going to find out some exciting things that we don't want to tell you yet, but I assume y'all can probably guess what the appointment's going to be about. So we're going to head over to the appointment. Things are getting real.
How far along am I now? 37 in one day.
37 and one day. That is so crazy.
Huge.
Your due date is literally in 20 days.
Less than 3 weeks.
That is so insane. He's going to be here so soon.
Yeah.
Our life is going to change forever for the better. But we are so excited. We're going to be late for this appointment. We need to hop in the car and we'll tell you guys what this appointment is going to be about in there. So let's go.
Okay, so we're in the car. We're headed to my 37-week appointment, and this appointment has been actually very long awaited. We have not had a growth scan up until this point. Like, we have no idea what percentile the baby is measuring in. We have no idea, like, any of those things. And so I feel like a lot of people get growth scans a little bit earlier on than this, but I guess like they just didn't have any concerns or anything like that. So we're doing it at 37 weeks. They're also gonna make sure the presentation of the baby is good, which means like whether he's breached or not, which he's not breached. We're fairly certain he's not breached anymore.
He wasn't as of a couple
days ago.
Or days ago. Oh yeah,
a couple days ago.
Did you tell him about the ER scare we had?
Well, I'll give you guys an update. It wasn't an ER scare.
Not ER scare, but like...
The other night...
Okay, yeah, tell him because it was because of that iron infusion you got, brother.
It's also really hard for me to talk without getting out of breath, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me throughout this vlog. But so basically a couple nights ago, we ended up going to labor and delivery at the hospital just because I felt like I wasn't feeling him move as much. And normally, like, that wouldn't really freak me out because
he doesn't move a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't really move a ton. But like after sitting there for like 2 hours trying to get him to move and he just wasn't moving, I was like, okay,
well,
need to go in.
You gotta tell him why. It was because you got an iron infusion that day.
Yes, and so I had gotten an iron infusion that day. I can't remember if I told you guys on our last vlog or not, but I actually was anemic, and I think I might still be. I have one more appointment. My iron was just really low, and so I had to go get an iron infusion, and because of that, I was a little worried about what he, like, if it had any effects on him. And so because it was that day and he wasn't moving as much and just all the things, I was like, all right,
well, in Google,
we need to go check.
You start Googling, it's like if you have decreased fetal movement and you have an iron infusion, go to labor and delivery. So we're just like, you know, you gotta be safe rather than sorry. Like, you would never forgive yourself if you didn't go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So made the decision to go. The only bad part is we made the decision at what, 11 p.m.?
Yeah, it was 11.
And the hospital at night is just a nightmare.
Well, it wasn't, honestly. We got into the triage room really quickly, monitored the baby, everything was looking good. They did the bedside ultrasound, and he passed barely. He like wasn't moving, and then he started, like, he's like fine, but he just wasn't moving. And in order to pass the ultrasound, like, he has to move multiple times within 30 minutes, and he like wasn't. And I'm like, come on, like, we know you're okay in there, just like move a little bit. And so,
because he's just lazy. He's just a lazy baby.
Yeah, which, pray for us that is just how he is, and he just likes to nap and be chill all the time. So yeah, that's your guys' update so far. We have a few things that we're waiting to get results back on, which we probably won't get back today. Well, we're gonna find out.
The major things today are growth scan. We got to figure out how big the baby is. Second, a test that may determine he might have to be born next week if it comes back positive. If not, then we got to figure out when you will be induced. So we pretty much get to know the final day of like when he's going to be born today, and we get to share that with you guys. So yeah, that's so exciting because it is the home stretch. Technically her due date is 20 days from today, so when you guys see it, it's going to be like 2 weeks away from her due date, which is 40 weeks full term. And then we also get to figure out, if she goes full term, when the final day is that the baby is going to be born. So you guys pretty much get to figure out today when the baby is going to be born with us, which is super exciting.
Well, unless I go into like spontaneous labor.
Yeah, but today's an exciting appointment for that reason.
Yes, so it's an exciting appointment. I will say I've been having a ton of Braxton Hicks contractions. I'm very excited to find out if I'm dilated at all or not.
Tell them the story too. So it's crazy because when we went in the ER, or labor and delivery, we thought we were gonna have the baby for a solid like 5 minutes, because the doctor comes in and they're like, you've contracted 3 or 4 times in 7 minutes. We're gonna see if you're dilated and ready to have this baby. And I was like, what? Like, you're joking. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. We did not prepare. Like, we thought we were going in to check the baby. And then that happened. And for 5 minutes, we were like, are we gonna meet our baby boy tonight? Like, this is crazy. And then they were like, okay, you're not dilated, you know, whatever. But for 5 minutes, me and Julia looked at each other when she said that, and we were like, what?
Yeah, and so I was kind of sad. I was like, dang, I'm having contractions and I'm not dilating. Like, that's great. But then we sat there for like another 2 hours, and I had a contraction every 2 minutes for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
you can see it on the little scanner.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy. We'll put a picture up. Baby's heart rate looked good, but they did say that was probably why I was noticing less movement. It's just because I was having so many contractions. Like, it was just, you know, I just wasn't feeling them because I was feeling the contractions. So I was not dilated as of like 5-ish days ago. So I'm really interested to see if I have progressed at all. The pelvic pressure has definitely gotten a lot worse within just like the last day. It's been brutal. Like, I'm struggling to walk. I'm like huffing and puffing when I'm walking because it's like so much pressure down there. And also, I've just been having so many Braxton Hicks even still. So that'll be interesting. We'll update you guys with that if I am dilated at all. But yeah, lots of big things happening at this appointment. Could this be my last appointment? If the results of that test come back, it could be my last appointment. Yeah, so that's just
either
nuts.
way, baby is gonna be here so soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So
yeah, he's gonna be here so soon. I can't wait to not be pregnant anymore. Genuinely, I'm so excited to meet him and have him be here. And I am, you know, I'm a little nervous for labor, but like, it will end, and like most likely
your body was made to do this.
Yeah, and most likely, like, if I go into labor, I can just tell myself like, this time tomorrow, you know, Lord willing. Some people are in labor for more than 24 hours, but I'm hoping that I'll be like, this time tomorrow, it'll be done and it'll be good. I used to tell myself that all the time with like school projects and stuff, and I'd be like, this time tomorrow, I'll be on Christmas break, or this time tomorrow, I'll be done with this.
Just hang in there.
Yeah, and it would work and it would help. So
we'll let you guys know when we get to the hospital today, and we'll give you guys a recap of the appointment. So exciting times. See you guys then. So we're headed into the OB appointment right now, and probably can't film in there, so you'll get updates when we're done. All right, we need to talk. We just got the craziest news.
We did.
This is crazy.
But first, we should show them.
Oh yeah, okay, so we got an ultrasound today. He's so cute. Y'all, we got the craziest news today.
Yeah.
He's
They
huge.
didn't check me for dilation.
They did not,
So we don't know how dilated I am.
And today's the first time we saw like how big he is, and he's huge.
He's huge.
He's so
huge.
like, okay, so we did the ultrasound, she did the measurements, and everything for the first like 10 minutes was within the 95th percentile.
Well, so here's what happened. So I'm like barely paying attention because you can't really see what's going on, but I see her measure something. It says 99th percentile. And I said, excuse me, hold on. What did you just measure that said 90? And she's like, his stomach. And which we've recently learned is that is like, the stomach and the head are really, you know, how they, like the arm or whatever, the stomach's like really how you tell what percentile they are. So when she said the stomach, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so he's literally massive. So it kind of averages, like all the percentiles, they get added together and then they average out to like 1. So she'll do his arms and his legs and then his head and then his stomach. So we have his stats.
Yeah, so here are his stats. We'll put a picture up on the screen right here over my face.
Athletic stats. So
he might go to the NBA.
His adjusted age is 38 weeks and 5 days, which I'm 37 weeks and 1 day right now. So almost measuring 2 weeks ahead. Weight, 7 pounds, 12 ounces. Huge, almost 8 pounds. And he's in the 86.8, so basically 87th percentile.
Yeah. And
so he's massive.
He is so big, and this is crazy too, because my brother and his wife are having a baby, and they right now, their baby, they might have to induce really early because their baby's in like the 3rd percentile.
She's really small.
So when they're next to each other, it's gonna look like they're 6 months apart.
They're literally gonna look so like he is double the size of their baby right now, and so when they're born,
more than double, almost 2.5 times.
Yeah, and when they're born, they're gonna look like they're gonna be born like really close in age actually, and I just can't wait to see them next to each other.
But that's not the only exciting news.
No,
So
found out I was negative for my GBS swab, which is amazing because 1 in 4 women actually have it.
Right.
And so I did not have it.
Don't need to take antibiotics.
Nope.
That's good.
Don't know the results yet for the cholestasis test.
Right.
So we're gonna find out about that.
But it doesn't really matter at this point.
Well, it does.
A little bit. Like
it does.
It could change things a little.
Yeah.
But this is the big news. So we're not going to tell you what day it is today.
Yeah.
Julia's original induction, if she went over her due date, which her due date's February 23rd.
Yeah.
Her original induction was March 2nd.
Yes. That would be like 41 and 1.
Yes.
And that was just because my doctor didn't really want me going over, and we had no idea how big the baby was when we scheduled that.
The new induction is very soon.
Yeah, it is sooner than you think.
Yeah, and we're not going to tell you what day again it is, but we will tell you it's 2 weeks from today. Yeah. Maximum. Like, we're going to be parents in 2 weeks. Yeah. No matter what.
Unless he comes
earlier.
Naturally, which I hope he does. Because I really don't want to be induced. But I have peace about, the date we've picked. And my doctor, she's great. She lets me, do what I want to do. But she's just like, I really don't want you going over this date just because he's so big. Yeah. And we just
Can you believe we're going to be parents in 2 weeks? Stuck. No matter what.
Yeah. Well, we already are parents.
No, I know, but he's going to be here and we're going to be with him and we're going to see what he looks like, and
2 weeks still feels like
we got to take care of him. It's going to go so fast.
Yeah. So.
But we cannot believe that, and we needed to share that with you guys to keep you guys in the loop, because that's a massive difference from that's like a 3.
It cut our time in half.
Because we were expecting, maybe we'll have a little bit more time. And nope, he's coming.
He's definitely not going to, which I'm glad. I don't want to go to 41 weeks. I don't think anybody who's pregnant wants to go that far. But obviously we want him to come on his own naturally. So hopefully that will happen before this, because he is so big.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's ready and he's fully cooked. I'm going to do all the curb walking.
So we're going to get out and do as much curb walk and all that stuff we can do. But wow, he is coming sooner than we thought. Probably sooner than you guys thought. And we're not going to tell you what date because we want it to be a surprise when he is born. But you guys, the surprise is coming soon. Yeah, so that's our update. It's probably going to be a short video today. This is one of the last times you'll see us before the baby's here.
Could be the last time.
And it's going to be a big surprise. You guys aren't going to have any idea. It's just going to be he's here. So y'all, this is the moment I feel like we've all been waiting for. We have, for sure. Yep. I don't know if you guys have, but we have.
Yes.
And we're so excited. Pray for Julia, too, for the delivery. And if she has to get induced, obviously that's not what we wanted, what she wanted.
Right.
But if that's what's going to have to happen.
I'm looking at my appointment sheet, and, they should have crossed this one off, too.
Yeah, we have one more appointment.
We have one more appointment. That's so crazy.
Anyways, you guys. Well.
That's nuts.
That is the news, and we cannot wait to bring you guys along this crazy journey of raising our baby boy. We're still not going to tell you his name. Next couple of videos you see, he's going to be here. All right, we love you guys. That's the news, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.